It's Good Company with your host, the husband and wife team, Steve and Shelley.
Interesting how this worked with this shabby makeovers, because the wives got their husbands to come into the studio and do kind of a preliminary audition with us, and they went along with it. They were really very good sports about it.
You are going to meet the wives and the husbands, but first we want to introduce you to the man that did the makeovers from the Christopher Hopkins salon, which is located right here in KSTP. If you want to have your hair done, he and his troops can do it. Welcome, Christopher Hopkins.
All right, now, how was this project?
This was really fun.
Yeah?
We had a good time. We had a lot of reactions. They were all very happy with their makeovers. The wives are very happy, and that's what more can you want as a stylist.
Really, and the guys were really good sports about it, too.
I was really surprised. A lot of times, guys, I was expecting them to drag their feet and kind of say, oh, I don't want to do that. They were all, whatever you want to do.
All right,
Couple wanted to keep their beards, but
they did?
I thought they should have, too.
But you changed that a bit, too. Let's take a look. First of all, we're going to meet the wives and the husbands as they came to us here at KSTP, and the wives told us why they thought their husbands needed a makeover. First of all, you're going to meet Bob Germain and his wife, Lori.
I'd like to see Bob get a makeover because he really is shabby looking. He couldn't get any shabbier looking than he is right now. And I'd like to see him dress in something other than blue jeans for a reason other than a wedding or a funeral. It's the only time he ever dresses up.
And here he comes. Well, let's first of all see before Bob, because he went to Christopher and had his, well, beginning of his makeover.
Oh, I forgot that's what he looked like.
Yeah, he did.
They walked in, and it was kind of like, a lot needs to go here. He looks...
And let's take a look at him after.
He looks terrific. I kind of trimmed the beard up.
You did. Okay, Christopher, tell us what you did.
Well, when he walked in, he kind of looked like, someone said like an Oompa Loompa, I think he said, from Willy Wonka, you know? And he was kind of, a lot of hair. We cut it all real short. He wanted to keep the beard, trimmed it really short because he wanted to be slenderizing. He felt if I took the beard off, he'd have too fat of a face. And I agreed it would look too full, so we kept the beard tight, the hair tight. We had a little blonde on top of it, and he looks terrific.
And you got him dressed up as well,
his clothes look great.
All right, Lori, what do you think?
What do you think?
I love it.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Are you surprised he went along with it?
Not really.
Oh, adventuresome.
Not really. Yeah, yeah, he is.
You think he'll keep it?
I hope so.
All right. Good. Well, good for you
Wanna
guys.
keep the clothes?
How about the clothing? You like that look on him?
Yeah, I do. I do. It doesn't look like my husband.
Okay, great.
Let me tell you about the clothing. They're from the Oak Tree in Crystal Court. It's kind of a nightclub dress wear, so you got dressed up more than you usually do, huh? What do you think of this whole thing?
It's pretty fancy.
How about the do with the new beard and the new hair? And...
It's cold.
You love the hair.
It's cold. You look terrific. Thanks for being a good sport, buddy.
Thank you.
And now you're about to meet our second couple. This is Barb and Larry Epkin. And here's what she said about having a makeover for her husband.
He really needs a haircut very bad, and I'd like to see his ears again. And I'd like to see him get out of the 15-year-old shirts and the clothes that don't fit because he's been on a cholesterol diet for 3 months. And pregnant people would like good-looking husbands in their house for a few months.
So there. Needs a good-looking husband while she's pregnant.
And she's got one now. He looked terrific. He had, we thought we'd just cut, before when he walked in, I just thought a lot of hair. He kind of just dragged himself in. It didn't seem real up and, you know, like alive, sparkling eyes. So I thought a tighter shot, tighter haircut, and trim up the beard, and he looks great.
And here's how he looks after. Look at Larry now.
You look stunned.
His haircut is wonderful, and the clothes are really sharp.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about those clothes, because you said you want him to look like Robert Wagner?
Yeah.
Yes? Well, we did just that, the way he looks when he's in his millionaire roles. Houndstooth over plaid cashmere jacket, burgundy cashmere turtleneck, gray wool slacks, cashmere scarf. I like it a lot. This is from Burberry in Gavaday Common.
It looks terrific.
Nice. What do you think of the hair, Chris?
I think his hair looks good. I want to keep it really classic. So it's a basic men's short layer haircut, but it's just, there's something to it. There's a little more fullness on the top. He needed more width because his eyes are close set. So more width is going to give it a nicer shape, and the fullness in the back is good for the profile that you see on it.
Is this what you had in mind?
What do you think?
I think the hair is great. The clothes are wonderful.
Well, now, weren't you saying he generally wears the same shirt for the past 50? Is that serious? For the past 15
that
years?
shirt was 15 years old.
You just getting that thing washed, huh?
Yes.
Do you think you'll really ever see him in clothing like this?
Well, not unless somebody else buys it.
There you go. All right, well, congratulations, and good luck on the new baby.
Thank you.
All right, let's meet our third couple. We're about now to meet Tim and Carmen Huizinga, and here's what Carmen had to say about her husband, why he needed a makeover.
I think my husband Tim needs a makeover because his idea of dressing up to go out somewhere nice is to put on a fresh t-shirt and scrape the paint out of his hair and his hands. He's a painter, and he's always got paint in his hair. It's too long for my taste. And he's always got paint all over him, so his idea of dressing up is to take his painting clothes off and put on a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. And that's all he ever does.
All right, well, we started with Tim looking like this. Let's take a look.
When he walked in, I thought the hair looked a little bit dated. There's three of us in the salon, Margaret Ellen McIntyre and Ann Louise McDonald.
Oh, and let's see the after, because people are really oohing and eyeing on this one.
I can't.
Yeah, I mean, that's dramatic, the hair, right? What do you think?
Oh, he looks gorgeous.
What's the part you like the best?
The hair. I like his hair like that.
Yeah, so he used to, what, part it in the middle or what?
No, it was just really long. He had hair like that when we got married, and now he's just kept growing it, and now it looks really good again.
Well, did you mention before that you wanted him to get the haircut?
Oh, yeah, I've talked about it with him a lot.
Oh, yeah? Well, so what did you say? Okay.
Finally.
Yeah.
Tell us about the hairdo. What'd you do, Christopher?
Well, we debated about this because we liked the length, but the way it was cut was kind of dated, so we added quite a bit of blonde. Margaret Ellen, one of our colorists in the salon, McIntyre, she put in a heavy foil of blonde, and we left the curl of the perm. It's not natural curl, just in the top, and used a pomade. Right now, men are wearing their hair with a lot of pomade or gels or shines, so that you can take a basic haircut and make it look really updated by just putting a shine in it.
All right,
and
we put him in some classic, gorgeous clothes, and the corduroy pants, and then that great suede jacket and that beautiful autumn-colored printed sweater. That's all from Mark Shale in the conservatory. Did you hear the reaction, Tim, when you came out from this from these women? Huh?
I think you've made my wife very happy.
And you?
You look terrific.
You're okay, too. Good, congratulations. Thank you. We have a couple more women who are going to have their... Yes.
That's right, but we're going to break away, come back, and have a couple more shabby husbands look great. Stay with us.
Rudy
Who just joined us, we have wives making over their husbands into that dream look. Now, we went out into the Twin Cities, and we asked some women that we just ran into, if you could change anything about your husband, what would you change? Here's what they said.
Oh, what I'd like to change, I would think probably would be his haircut. Haircut makes the man, I think.
Isn't really concerned about his wrinkles. He's getting to be in his 30s. Should be a little bit more concerned about it, I think.
Shave off his beard.
A little more hair.
Why is that?
He's balding.
Well, he's 23 and I'm 41. I wouldn't want to change anything.
All right. But there are some women who would like to change some things about their husbands, and we're in the process of doing that right now. Christopher Hopkins from the Christopher Hopkins Salon right here in the KSTP building is joining us, and we're going to take a look at one more couple now. We're going to introduce you to Tim and Debbie Christensen and find out why Debbie wanted Tim to have a makeover.
I think Tim needs a makeover. He's got this natural ruggedness to himself, but I would call it more of a 70s ruggedness, not a 90s ruggedness. This guy's a long hair. This is the shortest his hair has been in a long time, but his idea of a haircut is something that hangs in his eyes or parts down the center and goes to either side. He drives me nuts.
Still rugged, but we updated his look, huh?
Yes, but when he walked in, it was very flat. He wears a hat because he's a baker, so he has a hat on. It looked real flat. It looked very dated. I remember that hair. I had that haircut.
Okay.
And here he is.
And Tim after looks like this. Whoa! Is this the the same man? Tell us,
Doesn't
Chris.
look like it. Well, we trimmed his mustache up a little bit and added quite a bit of blonde. He said his hair used to be real blonde. Also, again, with the pomade and the gel, and we left the back more of a one-length look. If you can turn around, you can see the back. And so it would have a little bit more of a 90s look. He can mess it up and still keep it rugged, but
Great
it looks
looking
terrific
clothes,
on him.
too. Leather jacket with that nice scarf around and an autumn-colored print sweater, black cotton pants with pleated front, all from Oak Tree and Crystal Court.
Debbie.
What do you think, Debbie?
I love it.
You love it?
Look at him. He looks just great.
Yeah. Ooh, you're kind of takes your breath away, huh?
It does. It does.
She
Oh,
was pretty
yes.
pleased.
Yeah. Would you like him to dress like this all the time?
Part of it, yeah. But the hair, I think, just does so much for him.
Yeah,
Christopher
thanks.
really did a good job.
We had a good time.
How about it, Tim? You like it? Because this is a change for you.
Yeah, I really do. Before this happened, I kind of wanted to change up my look a little anyway, and this was a good chance, and also help make the wife a little happier.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not only happier, it looks like she's kind of falling in love again. Yeah.
That's what it takes, like good haircut.
All right.
Good, congratulations.
You look great.
Thanks to both of you.
And last, we're going to meet Susan and Roger Brasher and find out why Susan thought Roger needed a new look.
I think my husband needs a makeover because I've known him for 5 years and I've never seen him dressed up. I mean, this is the most dressed up he's ever been.
And this is about the most I've ever been dressed up since I've known her.
Maybe Roger didn't feel like dressing up, but after he sees himself today, I think he's going to change his mind.
You should have seen all the looks in the salon when he walked in, when they were all waiting to see what was going to happen here. It really brought, everything was hair, and he was just really, and the,
Listen to the oohs and ahs. Take a look at Roger after. Very distinguished. What? I think so. Did you hear those reactions?
Yes, I'm pleased.
Susan, take a look at this.
I know.
Do you believe it?
No.
Do you think he'd do it?
Are you pleased?
Yes, I'm pleased. I've never seen him look like this, ever. Never.
Do you think it's a different guy? Different image?
No, different look, same guy.
Yeah.
He warned me about
Same
that.
old rascal.
What do you mean he warned you about it?
He said, my looks are not going to change the way I act and feel.
You talked about this when he was going to do it?
It was kind of his idea.
Oh.
Really? So she
we
didn't have
both
to talk
saw
you
it.
into it?
No,
We
I
both
thought
saw it on
I thought it would be a
TV.
giggle.
Yeah.
it was a giggle.
We both were watching Good Company that day, and I said, gee, that'd be fun. And he said, okay, let's go. In fact, he made the first few phone calls when the line was busy.
Good
for you.
Now when I'm done, I'm going to go buy a railroad.
You look like you could pay for a railroad man outfit, I'll tell you. That's from Mark Shale, gorgeous tuxedo and cummerbund. And the hair? Christopher, tell us a little bit more.
Well, we looked at it, we thought we could maybe put some color, but the gray in it was really distinguishing. I thought he had a real English look. He looks a lot like my dad. It's really strange. We had the hair go way back. He looked terrific, cut it short in the back, but left most of the length.
You look like a writer, a professor, someone very distinguished, doesn't he? Yeah, you look just great. Thank you. Let's bring all the guys back out again one more time. They were good sports to do this, and thanks to the wives for offering your husbands up for our shabby husband makeover.
And special thanks to the Christopher Hopkins Salon here on KSDP building on University Avenue. You can come and also be done by them. There's a telephone number you can call.